Are you looking for a fun, awesome brand new game to play over the holidays? Do you like classic Legend of Zelda gameplay? Well, look no further. Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King has made his console debut onto Nintendo Switch. What is up, heroes, and welcome to my review of Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King for Nintendo Switch. We previously played this game on the channel back in March on Steam, and I fell in love with this game. And with it releasing on Nintendo Switch today, I thought, why not hype people back up and let everyone know about this amazing game I really enjoyed, one of my favourite games of 2017, and do a review for it. So let's jump right into it. Blossom Tales is a classic action-adventure game which is heavily inspired by The Legend of Zelda. You play as Lily, a new recruit in the Knights of Rose, and you take it upon yourself to save the kingdom from the king's evil brother who's put the king into an eternal slumber, which has given the evil brother time to assemble his army and take over the kingdom. You travel around the world to many different areas, collecting unique weapons, spells and items to help solve clever puzzles, defeat powerful bosses and clear dangerous dungeons, all to gather the ingredients to make the fairy clover to awaken the king. What I really like about this story is the plot I just told you there is actually a story told by the grandpa to his grandkids, and throughout the game the grandkids will kind of butt in here and there saying, what about this, what about that, and the grandpa will be like, oh yeah, I forgot, how about this, and change a few things here and there. It's a very fun, charming way of storytelling. I really like that. Another great thing about this game is there's so many little nods to The Legend of Zelda. The game is heavily inspired by it, and it doesn't shy away from the fact about that. At the very start of the game, the grandpa who's telling the story, before he actually gets into the story of Lily and the Knights of the Rose, he basically says, have I told you about the brave elf boy who lived in a magical land called he's about to say Hyrule, but gets cut off? And there's another part at the very beginning of the game, Lily wakes up from her sleep in her bed. Just like Link in pretty much every single Zelda game, there's so many little references and nods to The Legend of Zelda, which is just really awesome to see, and I love that about this game. If you played through The Legend of Zelda time, you'll absolutely love this game. You'll feel right at home. The game feels and plays just like any classic Zelda game, but in no way feels like a cheap knockoff. This game feels and plays incredibly well. The soundtrack is very engaging, and after a while in certain areas I'd find myself humming along. I just love the music in the game. The graphics obviously have that retro look, but the world is just so vibrant and full of colour. It's just very eye-pleasing, and the gameplay was just very smooth, both docked and in handheld mode. It was just really fun to play, and the one thing I love about Zelda games are the dungeons, and this game has gotten them just so right, both very fun and very challenging. In total there are 5 dungeons, each scaling in difficulty, and they're all just so very good, not to mention the boss battles that go with them are just amazing. I loved every single one. I really wish there were more dungeons, but who knows, maybe we could see a sequel in the future, as I'd love to play more of this game and just explore more world, because after every Zelda game I just think, oh man, I wish there was more to play, and that's the exact same feeling I got from this game. Blossom Tales is easily one of my favourite games of 2017. I had previously played it on Steam earlier this year, but I felt so much more at home playing it on my Switch. The Switch just seems like the perfect console to home this game, and in my honest opinion, if you own a Switch, I really think this is a must buy. I know Breath of the Wild brought in many new Zelda fans, and if you're one of them and itching for something more Zelda, or even curious to know its Zelda's roots, Blossom Tales is a great game to fill that void. I don't really like giving scores in my reviews, but I will say Blossom Tales: The Sleeping King is a must-buy for any Switch owner, and if you don't have a Switch, buy it on PC because it's also on Steam, but if you do have a Switch, it is 100% an essential for the console. It is so good. Thank you guys for watching this review. Hopefully you guys will picking up Blossom Tales, and if you do, let me know what you think of the game in the comments down below, or send me a tweet over on Twitter at HeroVolty. I would love to know what you guys think of the game, because honestly, easily one of my favourite games this year. Maybe one of my favourite games of all time. I really do enjoy this game. It is just so fun to play through. Again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Peace.